Hello and welcome to the OXM Report. My name is Matt Lees from Official Xbox Magazine, and this week we're looking at Syndicate. It may not be a 1990s PC game anymore, but it actually looks quite fun.
So yeah, Syndicate, it's kind of one of these things that has been rumoured for a very, very long time, and it's finally here. How have you been finding the reception so far?
So just a few weeks ago, we released our trailer and some early footage of the gameplay, and the reception we've seen all over the net has been absolutely fantastic. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it doesn't actually look very similar to the original franchise. Do you think there's a kind of a point at which sometimes you have to kind of wonder like what the benefit is of bringing a brand back like this if it's not going to be kind of really similar?
I think so, yeah. I mean, the game is for today's gamers, many of which probably don't remember the original at all. But you know, what made the original so cool was the world and the setting and being an agent. So they had a lot we could use and a lot we could bring into kind of a modern gaming.
I think the multiplayer level we've just been seeing actually it felt quite a lot like Mirror's Edge in a way, and you've kind of got fast pace, bounding over stuff as part of a team. Have you had kind of any collaboration at all with DICE? Any conversations or anything?
No, it's purely coincidental, I'm afraid. I think there's 3 agents at play in the co-op game. Sorry, 3 syndicates at play in the co-op game, and each one has a different culture. The co-op level you played was Eurocorp, which has a kind of very clean Western kind of style to it, very bright as well. So I mean, maybe certainly from a visual point of view, it feels very Mirror's Edge in that respect.
Yeah, and I mean, as you say, with the syndicates, you can really kind of tweak up each of the individual classes, like to make them specifically yours. Can you give us an example of some of the different types of characters you can make using the system?
Sure. I mean, the co-op game is very much kind of a raiding game. So as you progress through and you develop your agent, you rip technology from the heads of opposing bosses, and then you research that technology. And that gives you new breach applications and new weapons and upgrades to your weapons. So depending on what kind of role you want to play, if you want to be a kind of a sniper support guy and want to hang back, then you want to kind of invest and kind of get all your technology in that kind of area. And you load out your agent as you go into the mission. So a team of 4 agents obviously is best suited if a good diverse mix of support, assault, special ops, and so on.
You actually rip the chips out of the heads of surely it's got to be a nicer way of doing that, really. Can you not just sort of gently get it out?
No, it's not gentle at all.
Brutal. Absolutely. And I mean, so in the single-player campaign, obviously, you know, we can expect to see some kind of conspiracy, some espionage. Do you think at the moment it's kind of a good time with this? Obviously, we just had Deus Ex Human Revolution. That's done really well. Kind of feels like the time is right for Cyberpunk to make its full resurgence.
It absolutely feels like that, doesn't it? I think our story, this kind of a world where corporations are taking over and governments are becoming less and less kind of influential and powerful, feels very real and very credible. I'd hate to think it will actually happen, but you know, who knows?
Especially if they're going to start ripping my head off and taking bits out of it. That's not the sort of thing I'm for. So when's Syndicate out again?
So Syndicate's out in Europe on February 24th.
February 24th. And if you basically haven't really heard of it before, what's the one-word pitch of why people should check it out?
It's brutal.
It's brutal. Simple.